Well, the challenger rolls back from those punches. And they're slowly down.
Today we will talk about Muhammad Ali v. Zora Folley, the road to the fight, Ali's dominance and controversy. By the time Ali faced Folley, he was at the peak of his powers. Since shocking the world in 1964 by defeating Sonny Liston to win the heavyweight championship, he had become the most dominant and talked about fighter in the sport. However, Ali was not just a boxing champion, he was a cultural and political icon. His refusal to serve in the Vietnam War, citing his religious beliefs in opposition to the conflict, had made him a highly controversial figure. The US government, the media, and boxing authorities were turning against him, and many sensed that his days as a champion were numbered, not because he would lose in the ring, but because of legal and political pressure. Despite the controversy, Ali remained focused inside the ring. In the 3 years following his victory over Liston, he defended his title against some of the best heavyweights of the era. He defeated Floyd Patterson, George Chuvalo, Henry Cooper, Brian London, Cleveland Williams, and Ernie Terrell, making it clear that he was in a league of his own. His dazzling footwork, lightning-fast hands, and incredible defensive skills made him an impossible puzzle for most opponents. Now, in early 1967, Ali was scheduled to face Zora Folley, a respected veteran who had been waiting for a title shot for years. While Folley was seen as a legitimate threat, few believed he could actually dethrone Ali. Nevertheless, he was a dangerous opponent, known for his counter-punching skills, experience, and ring intelligence. Zora Folley, the underrated contender. Unlike many of Ali's previous challengers, Zora Folley was not a brawler or a wild slugger. He was a technical boxer, patient and methodical, with a sharp right hand and excellent counter-punching ability. At 34 years old, he was past his prime, but his skill set still made him a dangerous fighter. Folley had been a top contender throughout the late 1950s and early 1960s, building an impressive record of 74 wins, 7 losses, and 4 draws. He had faced and beaten some of the best heavyweights of his era, including Doug Jones, Oscar Bonavena, and George Chuvalo. Despite his credentials, Folley had never received a title shot before this fight. Many believed that his calm and composed personality, combined with his lack of marketability, had kept him from the spotlight. Unlike Ali, who thrived on trash talk and showmanship, Folley was soft-spoken and reserved. Nevertheless, he was determined to seize his opportunity. He studied Ali closely, knowing that he needed a near-perfect fight to pull off the upset. He believed that if he could land his counter right hand cleanly, he had a chance to hurt Ali and turn the tide in his favor. The fight? Ali's brilliance on full display. As the fighters entered the ring at Madison Square Garden, the crowd was electric. Ali, always a showman, exuded confidence, bouncing lightly on his toes and flashing his trademark smirk. Folley, on the other hand, remained stoic and focused, knowing that he was facing the toughest challenge of his career. From the opening bell, it was clear that Ali was on another level. Round 1 began with Ali circling the ring, flicking his jab effortlessly and keeping Folley at a distance. Folley, knowing that rushing in recklessly would be a mistake, stayed composed and looked for openings. In the early rounds, Folley had a few moments of success, landing a couple of sharp right hands when Ali lowered his guard. However, Ali was unfazed. Every time Folley attempted to press forward, Ali would step back, slit punches with ease, and counter with blinding speed. By round 4, Ali was in complete control. He began taunting Folley, dropping his hands and leaning away from punches with effortless head movement. He danced around the ring, making Folley miss while landing quick combinations. The difference in speed was overwhelming. Ali seemed to be operating at a completely different speed, while Folley struggled to keep up. In round 5, Ali landed a powerful right hand that sent Folley crashing to the canvas. The challenger showed heart, getting back to his feet, but he was clearly shaken. Ali, sensing the end was near, began increasing his aggression, throwing lightning-fast punches from all angles. The end came in round 7. Ali feinted to set up his shot, then unleashed a devastating right-hand counter that landed flush on Folley's jaw. The veteran fighter crumpled to the mat, unable to rise before the referee counted him out. It was a knockout victory for Ali, another spectacular display of his skill and dominance. The aftermath: Ali's forced exile. With this victory, Muhammad Ali had once again proven that he was the best fighter in the world. However, this would be his last fight for nearly 4 years. Just a month later, Ali refused induction into the U.S. Army, citing his religious beliefs in opposition to the Vietnam War. As a result, he was stripped of his title, banned from boxing, and sentenced to prison, though he remained free while appealing the case. Ali's forced exile would rob him of his prime years, leaving boxing without its greatest champion. He would not return to the ring until 1970, when he finally regained his license and began his legendary comeback. As for Zora Folley, he continued to fight for a few more years, but never got another title shot. He retired in 1970 and tragically passed away in 1972 under mysterious circumstances. Legacy of the fight: the Ali vs. Folley fight was a testament to Ali's greatness. It showcased him at the peak of his abilities, dismantling a skilled and experienced opponent with ease. It was a fight that highlighted his speed, reflexes, and showmanship, an example of why he was regarded as the greatest. Looking back, this fight serves as a bittersweet reminder of what Ali could have accomplished had he not been exiled from the sport. Though he would go on to have an iconic second act in his career, defeating Joe Frazier, George Foreman, and others, there is always the lingering question of just how much more dominant he could have been had he not lost those 4 crucial years. For boxing historians, this fight remains one of Ali's most underrated performances, his last masterpiece before the storm. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thanks for watching.